Hi guys, it's Beth and welcome back to my channel, Bourbon Creek Crafts. Today I'm sharing with you what I made for the Smash That Small Pad collaboration, which is hosted by Deb Hawk's Crafty Cottage. And basically you're just focusing on a pad smaller than 12 by 12 and using it until it's gone. So I tried to focus on Christmas projects for the month of July. And I went back to, this was a Queenacraft pad Christmas pack, and I received it last fall and had used most of it for a mini album over the winter and had 11 full sheets left in here, along with some of the stickers that I also got to go along with this pad. And so I just decided to go ahead and finish this one off, and with the patterns I thought it would make cute little hot cocoa packets. So I was trying to come up with a creative way, knowing that I had 11 sheets left, and I like to do pattern paper on the front and back of my hot cocoa packet, and which is just a business size envelope cut down. I ended up cutting my envelope down to 4 1/8 inches long as well as wide, so it's just a 4 1/8 inch square, and then that way my pattern paper only had to be 4 inches. So what I did is I went through all 11 sheets of paper, cut out 4-inch squares, and then that left me with one long 2 by 6 inch strip and then another 4 by 2 inch strip. And so I did the full panel, like the full 4-inch panel on the front of the envelopes, and then on the back I used the strips I had and just made sure they were both trimmed down to 2 by 4 inches, and then there was a little bit of gap, and so I just covered the seam with some white cardstock strips. So on some of the fronts I also used the white cardstock strips to anchor like my embellishments. So then even though on some of the backs there's 2 different pattern papers, it's still like it's a little bit consistent with the front, not like, I don't know, I just thought it flowed really well, and it didn't always seem like I had just used scraps to make the back. Because sometimes I was able to use the same pattern. It may have just been like strips going with different orientation, but I was able to use the same pattern. And then sometimes I just had to use coordinating patterns. So I used the stickers that I had also gotten from Queenacraft, and some of them were like little circle sentiment stickers, and then I also had some stickers that were just Christmas type, Christmas themed items. So I tried to use a combination of both. So I will kind of quickly flip through the ones that I did. And then there were some that if I used more of a plain pattern on the front, then I also used one of the vertically oriented strips I had to put a strip down the front, just so I had something with a fun pattern as well. But I just thought these patterns, like with the mittens and the candies and the little warm hot cocoa like drinks, would be cute for the hot cocoa packets. And then this I actually fussy cut out of the front of the paper pack. It had this and the little lollipop. There was like this drink and then this little lollipop, and they already had the white outline around them, and so I just fussy cut those out to use on the fronts of some of these as well. And then this one, I just decided to go ahead and put it on the back. So out of 11 sheets of paper, I got 10 hot cocoa packets. And then with this, in some cases, if I had to trim down a 2 by 6 inch strip, I was left with a 2 by 2 inch square. And so I thought, well, I can use those and make some little mini note cards. And so I had some that were some little mini card bases that were already cut down to 2 1/4 by 5, or 2.5 by 5, sorry, so that when you fold them, they would be 2.5 inch square. And so some of them, if they had like a focal point here, I just left them blank, but then I did back them with a solid scrap piece of cardstock that I had. And then this one I just added the little snow globe. And then some of them I had a little square of the more solid patterns left, and so I wanted to try and use those. So I decided to cut the squares in half diagonally, so it made 2 triangles, and so I just kind of used those to back my main pattern paper here. And like this one had a good focal element, so I didn't really want to cover that one up. But these 2 I did add stickers on the front. And all of the round stickers I used, I did back them with a white circle just so that they would pop out a little bit more. So I got 6 of the little square note cards, and then I had 2 2x6 strips left. And so I thought I would just trim them down to 2x3, and I just cut some little card bases that are or I trimmed them down to 1 7/8 by 2 7/8. And so my card bases were 4 by 3 inches, so that when I fold them up, they are 2 by 3. And so I had, and these, I really liked the patterns, and I didn't want to cover them up with stickers, and so I just added a little Merry Christmas sentiment at the bottom. So I didn't use a ton of paper to smash my small pad this month, but I feel like the 11 sheets that I had, I got a whole lot out of, with the hot cocoa packets and then all of the little mini note cards, which would be great as gift tags at Christmas time. And again, this was all using a Christmas pad from Queenacraft, and I will link all these. All of these are actually still available. It's not often I use something that is still available, so I usually don't have anything to link, but all of these products are still available through Queenacraft, so I will link those in the description box below if you are interested. But there are also several other participants that will be linked in the description box below, and you can go and check out and see what kind of small pad that they use this month and what kind of projects they made. There's usually a great variety. But I thank you guys so much for your time today, and I hope you're all having a very crafty day.